What's up, y'all? Zenbad here, and I'm bringing you more patch note information. Hotfix 1.1.2 dropped today, and we got some interesting stuff. So first off, some of the crappier penalties for invasion dungeons have been removed. Things like the extra bullet cost and the reduced firearm attack after rolling that never fell off. That debuff was just permanent for the whole run. They got rid of those. So that's nice. We get more healing from HP orbs and more MP from MP orbs now. That's probably helpful. I never really had a major issue with that after the nerf to the invasion dungeons, but I don't mind that change. They nerfed Dead Bride, which I didn't really see coming. I guess it makes sense a little bit, because Dead Bride is one of the bosses that I see people going down on the most because of her snow globe. So they decrease the frequency of her teleport when frenzied. They decrease the range of the snow globe and the damage. And they decreased the part HP of the amplifier. I think the amplifier is the part that you have to shoot whenever she's invulnerable. Maybe wrong, though. Been wrong before, at least twice. They also nerfed Hangman. So the part in the Hangman's mouth that you have to shoot whenever it's invulnerable, the charger, they greatly reduced the HP on that, and they nerfed the damage and the duration of one of his attacks, its attacks. So, weaker Thunder Wave, weaker Charging Laser, weaker Thunderbolt skill, just generally, it's doing less damage. So, hopefully it'll be a little bit less of a roadblock for people in normal. They lowered the difficulty of the Deception Transmitter Defense mission at Sterile Land Rockfall. I don't really know what mission that is, to be honest. But if they felt the need to change it, then I guess they had stats that made them think that, I suppose. Knockdown damage will not occur in a row when damaged by traps. So no more getting perma-stun locked to death from traps. That's great. That's awesome. Although I will say the perma-stun lock from traps was kind of hilarious from time to time. I didn't really mind it that much. For the most part, it was just amusing. But that's fixed. They made monsters spawn faster in the extermination mission of Echo Swamp Seed Vault, the infiltration op, and lowered the amount required for the collection mission. The collection mission is... I'm not sure if I... Oh. I think I know the one that is. Yeah. Okay. That's a pretty good change. I like that. The data collection mission of the hard infiltration op Hagios, the old mission, the old mystery, has been changed to a traversal mission. In the Legion of Immortality invasion dungeons, the max distance for depositing the brains has been increased from 2 meters to 3.5, which is really good because I was tired of having to actually physically touch the spot to deposit them. So that's cool. They added sniper monsters to Fortress Defense Line, Void Fragment mission to prevent simple macros. This was the Viesa farm, I believe. So I'm not sure where the sniper monsters are. Hopefully that doesn't break reset farming that mission. I don't think it will, but we'll see. The escape menu can now be activated during the down but not out state. I didn't know it couldn't be before, now that I think about it, but, I mean, I like that. They changed the aim assist settings for controllers. So the default is now 50 instead of 80. I've been running 50 since, like, the first couple days of playing the game, because 80 was way too strong. Like, I was constantly fighting the game to aim at anything. So 50 is good. I've been really happy with 50. Hopefully, if anybody out there never changed it, they'll be enjoying 50 more than 80. The maximum aim assist range for every weapon except sniper rifles has been changed to 100 meters. That might be good. Not sure. Have to see how that feels in action. Aim assist now reactivates faster when targeting multiple enemies in a row. The minimum distance for camera auto-rotate to trigger has been changed to 4 meters or above. Weaken the pull strength of crosshair towards the center of an enemy. So easier headshots, because you won't be pulled to center mass as hard. Decrease the duration of aim assist when trying to target another monster. Alright. I need to see how these feel in action, but on paper, that all sounds good. The dev team is aware of the feedback regarding aim assist and has improved the feature to further enhance the console player experience. Aim assist made delicate control difficult. With this improvement, the players with controllers now have more control over their aiming, while new players are given appropriate assistance. This right here is big, and it just kind of snuck in between director's comments. Added page 13 for the Season 1 Battle Pass. Crystallization catalysts and energy activators have been added as rewards. That is huge. I have been saying since preseason that Crystal Cats and energy activators need to be in the Battle Pass. That is great for Battle Pass value, and I think, honestly, that might push more people to buy the Battle Pass that maybe weren't going to buy it before. Think of, like, the new players that are struggling to get those things. They see it in the Battle Pass, and they're like, that's a guaranteed energy activator. I only got the 2 from doing my story stuff, but I need more. Well, now you've got guaranteed ones in the Battle Pass. That is very nice. I am super happy with that. Thank you, Nexon. To meet the community's expectations for further improving the value of the Battle Pass rewards, we temporarily added page 13 for the Season 1 Battle Pass while providing Crystal Cats and energy activators as the rewards. Even if you've already reached Season Level 96, you can still receive the additional rewards on page 13. The dev team is working hard to incorporate feedback from the community to further improve the game and provide more value to players. Based on the feedback we received during the preseason, we have improved the Season 1 Battle Pass to make it easier to achieve weekly and seasonal missions. We appreciate your continued interest in the Season 1 Battle Pass along with the Battle Supply Shop, where you can receive free rewards. Awesome. Okay, so I would think, judging from this, they're gonna just build the crystallization catalysts and energy activators into the rewards of the Season 2 pass, because they know now that's something people really want. So to boost the value of the Season 2 pass, I would almost put money on it that Crystal Cats and energy activators will be in the Season 2 Battle Pass at launch. This is great news. I feel like they're really listening to, honestly, everything. Some of the changes we want are taking a bit longer or haven't been addressed yet, such as the paint system. But with the speed that they're getting to everything, I have to believe that the paint system will be touched on at some point. They're going over everything people are talking about. They only have so much time in a day to work on everything, so I trust that we'll see a paint system rework at some point, or at least a better opportunity to get more paints. Anyway, let's get on to the weapon changes. So they have buffed the Wave of Light Scout Rifle, the Kingsguard Lance, the Executor, and the Excava. I haven't used these first three. I have not personally built Executor, Kingsguard Lance, or Wave of Light because I already knew that they were not so good. I still need to build them for Mastery rank, but they were on the back burner because I had better things to farm. So for Wave of Light, they decrease the recoil of Solar Halo while increasing the firearm crit hit rate and increase the duration of the effect depending on enhancement level. Hitting enemies while Solar Halo is active now creates Dusk, inflicting Lunar Halo to enemies within the range. Firearm attack increases on hitting enemies inflicted with Lunar Halo. That sounds pretty cool. I need to see how it feels in game, but the description of that is pretty nice. Kingsguard Lance, they increase the base fire rate while decreasing the base time it takes to charge. You can now place up to 3 lances, and the lances automatically attack enemies within the damage range when placed. There's a gnat in front of me. The damage interval of the Guardian Lance is now affected. Oh, that's not a gnat, that's a mosquito. Anyway. ADHD. The damage interval of the Guardian Lance is now affected by the fire rate of Kingsguard Lance. That's good. Increase the duration of the Guardian Lance depending on the enhancement level. Okay. Increase the duration increase upon hit and damage range of the Guardian Lance, with the maximum possible increase in range being limited. Alright. All of this on paper, again, sounds good. I need to see how it feels in game. I haven't had the base Kingsguard Lance in my hands yet. I've seen it in the wild, and it seemed kind of pointless. So I'm hoping after these buffs, it feels a lot better to use. Now we got Executor buff. This is a shotgun. And shotguns, just as a class of weapon in general, need a rework. I could say the same thing about beam rifles, but hopefully this is a sign that we'll see like a clairvoyance buff later on and things like that. You know, talking about the Kingsguard Lance. But anyway, Executor. Increase the base hipfire accuracy and aimed shot accuracy, so it's more accurate. When the exaltation effect is active, failing to hit all fired bullets will no longer decrease the amount of stacks. Decrease the maximum stacks in the exaltation effect, and firing the gun at max stacks will no longer disable the ability. Increased accuracy, firearm crit hit rate, and firearm crit hit rate based on the adjusted maximum stacks of the exaltation effect. Firearm crit hit damage and fire rate are also increased now. Executor's exaltation effect at maximum stacks now increases weak point damage instead of firearm attack. Firearm attack is no longer increased when hitting enemies inflicted with electrocution. Electrocution? When did that come into play? I haven't even built the Executor yet, so maybe relevant. I don't know. I definitely want to try it out because I have been dying for a good shotgun in this game since I got into hard mode. I love shotguns in games like this. They are so satisfying to play. I love that up close, get in your face playstyle. But right now, shotguns just aren't it. So that's exciting. I'm going to build the Executor and see if it's any good now. We got a... Oh, yes. I missed this whenever I was going over the guns a minute ago. The Peacemaker got improved performance. The single reload for peace effect is now also granted when using a fusion skill. The skill cost of the single reload for peace effect now decreases depending on the enhancement level, and increase the non-attribute skill power per stack of the single reload for peace effect. So, I haven't made the Peacemaker yet. I haven't got all the pieces. But all this sounds good. I know the Peacemaker wasn't amazing before. I'm thinking this will be good for Combat Luna, maybe? I'm not sure. If you have any informed opinions on any of these weapon changes, by the way, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm curious what your thoughts are. Now, Excava I can speak on. Decrease the maximum stacks of voltage charge, depending on the enhancement level, in order to grant the energy grenade effect more quickly. That's good. Increased additional damage for shooting while aiming when the energy grenade effect is active, depending on the enhancement level. Also good, so we get a stronger grenade. Increase the projectile size. Increase the electric resistance decrease of the voltage accumulation effect, depending on the enhancement level. I have to see how much extra damage they added to the grenade, because part of what the weapon really suffered from is there's like no point to build crit or weak point on the Excava. So it's kind of in a weird spot, because the crit stats suck and the grenades don't hit for weak point damage. So I've got an Excava built. I guess I'll make a video on this specifically and go over if it feels any better now. I have a feeling this isn't quite enough to make the Excava good, and it's probably still below Eternal Willpower, the purple assault rifle, in terms of damage output, but we'll see. We'll see. I hope to be pleasantly surprised. Now, they changed the junk filter again. It's been reworked further. This also needs its own video now. I've been meaning to make a video on the junk filter guide for a bit, so I guess this is another nudge in the ribs. Hey, go make that video. So the filter all as junk has been retooled to bulk exclude junk filter. Now it functions by specifying conditions for which ones to not designate as junk. Option filter now allows you to choose whether the items are excluded if they meet only one specified condition or more than two. That's two or more. So this would mean if you wanted Colossus damage and skill crit damage on a reactor, if I'm understanding this correctly, this would auto junk that if it had one roll or the other, but not both. If it's got both, then it would exclude it from junking it. This is getting closer and closer to what we need for our junk filter. I need to play with it in-game and get a better look at it, but this is nice. I think this is helpful. With this change, the current settings for filter all as junk will be reset, so you need to look at your junk settings before you start auto-trashing things. For weapons, ultimate or higher, level 1 or higher must be set to include level 1 ultimate weapons from junk. So to exclude level 1 ultimate weapons from junk. Once set, all level 100 rare tier weapons will be selected as junk. As the filter option has been changed from select to exclude, make sure you check your exclude from junk settings before you dismantle items. Made improvements so that players can move between inventory and map more easily. Pressing map in an inventory menu allows you to enter the map screen. Pressing inventory from a map menu allows you to enter the inventory screen. That's nice. You can now bind hotkeys for library, consumables, journal, social, battle pass, and shop menus. Okay. I don't mind that. That's fine. You can now immediately choose a selectable reward before you begin hard infiltration ops. So before it was, you hit a button up here in the top right, it opens up another menu, and you select between the two. Now it's just this button or this button. One less menu, it's a little smoother. I like it. The weapons list in Customize now displays the status of skins for each weapon. That's cool. At the library, the items obtained from research are also displayed in the acquisition info. You can also check tooltips for amorphous materials now. That's nice. Change firing mode is on by default. That's good. That's good. Bug fixes. Fixed an issue where it automatically switched to the tracked items tab upon entering the research screen if there are completed or in progress research items. Okay. Fixed an issue where the usage information button is not displayed for certain common skins. Fixed an issue when entering a private battlefield as a party and leaving the party could turn the battlefield to public. Now you're sent to Albion the moment you leave your party on a private battlefield. That makes sense. Fixed an issue where trying to equip a module when the socket type is changed could incorrectly display accumulated applied values. Alright. Fixed an issue where the effect remains if Ajax's barrier is immediately destroyed at the time it is created. I didn't know that was happening, so I guess that's good. Maybe. Well, that's a bit of a nerf. That was a positive bug, right? That's fine. It was unintended anyway. When Haley uses the Zenith skill, that's her fourth, it is now affected by the move speed of her current weapon rather than her unique weapon. This allows the RK pacemaker effect of the inversion reinforcement to be properly applied. Okay. If the max HP of an ally healed by Eugen is less than 1, the amount of recovery is now calculated based on target's max energy shield. Is that related to the bug on Eugen where you would put on a level 1 reactor to get more healing? Not sure. Fixed an issue where Kingsguard Lance blocked enemy projectiles. Okay. Fixed an issue where the Collect Ironheart Particles quest was not being completed despite being carried out. After the hotfix patch, the reward will be automatically applied upon re-login. That's cool. Okay, in the next hotfix, they will fix an issue in the Invasion Order of Truth mission where interacting with a drone before starting the battle with a named monster could complete the mission. Interesting. Let's see. Fixed an issue in the Legion of Immortality invasions, where dying during the battle against a named monster could cause certain UI to not properly show up. Fixed an issue in Agna Desert Asylum Normal, where dying during the battle against a named monster could cause the door to not open. Thank you. Okay. That was today's hotfix and patch notes. All that's looking good. I think the biggest thing here for me has got to be the Battle Pass reward update. These weapon buffs are also very nice, And honestly, so is the junk filter. I kind of thought the junk filter update would take a bit longer to come through since they just worked on that, but I am super happy about that. This has been a really solid hotfix. I need to test some of this stuff in game, but for now, I'd say this was a good patch. W patch. It's a good day. All right, y'all. If y'all enjoyed the video, you know what to do. I've been Zinbad. Like and subscribe. Follow for more, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.